A little over a year ago, I bought this Extreme Power US chainsaw from Amazon. The deal that I got was $120 for this chainsaw with free shipping. And I got this idea from another YouTuber, wranglerstar, who has a video, which the link is in the description, about purchasing this chainsaw and testing it on his land. I was really inspired by the video, so I went out and bought the same chainsaw to use here in my urban outdoors area, because I am within city limits in South Carolina. However, I don't have the, let's say, the ability to use a corded chainsaw, and I tried that when I first moved into my estate, but it did not last very long and I kept burning up the motor in it, so going to a gas-powered made sense. $120 made sense as well, because an electric chainsaw was about 60 to 80, and if I burn one up, well, I already doubled the cost of this, so here we are. Now, when I first bought it, I didn't know a lot about it, but I knew that I was going to be using it for ripping wood, meaning cutting boards out of wood. So I had a rip chain on it for doing that, and that original video was right after I had attempted to rip a board with a mobile sawmill. Now, it worked pretty well. Unfortunately, it needs more horsepower for that. It's only a 42cc. I would need something like in the 60s, or, you know, maybe even a larger, much larger engine, something that can have a 32 to a 40-inch bar on it, something a lot bigger, because the logs I was cutting, I barely had any room at the end of the bar to clip on the mill, because the mill clips at the base of the bar and at the tip of the bar, so the log couldn't be over a foot in diameter, a little bit over a foot in diameter, so I was only able to get one log out of a 4-cut piece of wood, which that was a lot on the chainsaw, and I was able to cut out 2 or 3, but I quickly realized, let's just keep this for cutting up limbs, cutting down trees, that sort of thing. And it's done surprisingly well. All winter it's been in my Jeep. I just take it out anytime I need it. And we've had a couple ice storms, trees falling down in the road. Works great for picking that stuff up and making sure that it starts every time, which is really nice, because 3 pulls and it'll start every single time. I did add the larger log dog as well as the trigger choke, or the trigger lock, for starting. And if you want to see that, the description's also in the link below that. The description's also in the link below. That's the original video about this chainsaw. But looking back from a year ago, I'm really impressed with the chainsaw. For $120, it cannot be beat. There were a lot of people who felt in the comments they needed to let me know how ignorant I was to purchase a cheap tool like this, and how irresponsible I was to say that it was a good tool because people should only buy US made, which I don't disagree in some cases. However, again, I can't stress enough, if I was using it every day like I do my welder, 100% I'm going to buy a US made high quality item. But for something that just sits idle most of the year, I need it to make money for me, not the other way around. And buying $1,000, or let's be a little bit more economical, a $500 chainsaw, it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. If I lived in the Midwest or up north, that may be more sensible, but down here where I'm not having to use it every week, I'm not trying to get down remote roads, this works fine. If I go off-roading, I can take it with me just in case a tree has fallen in the road. If I need to go help a friend or a family member cut up brush or limbs, perfect for that. Highly recommend it. Go check it out on Amazon. Again, it's the Extreme Power US. You can still find it. It's gone up in price a little from the original listing. However, it's still a smoking deal. So go snag yourself one. Drop a comment down below if you make your own video about this chainsaw. I'd love to see what ideas you've come up with for modifications, or what you have had a chance to test with it and use it for, because it's a good deal. It really is. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next episode.